Good morning. ContexQ is a forensic intelligence composite AI platform. Our CQ intelligence will demonstrate three things today: accelerated growth opportunities, improved cost to income, and efficient compliance guardrails. Gilbert, head of business, logs into our dashboard and see the various critical quarter-to-date matrices and double-clicks on customer intelligence. CQ platform ran overnight to provide the contextual intelligence. At the bottom right, these are high-risk, low-value opportunity set, likely to land in troubles or SAR, not our focus. At the top right, a young Silicon OSAT looking for a $4 million revolving loan with high potential. RM wants to do an enhanced due diligence. Just at a click of a button, we gather the data from multiple internal systems, augmented with external, public, private, proprietary data from corporate registries, supply chain, news articles, sanctions, and more. In fact, what you will see over here is how easy it is to API the internal data of the bank, run it past through the quality check, understand the metadata of columns, hierarchies, for which we have deployed hundreds of NLP algorithms pre-trained on billions of data points to cleanse, parse, normalize, and standardize the data, all at a click of a button. So you can see over here, it is automatically in the real time doing all of that stuff. So what it does is that it fills up the data quality gaps, which then remove the duplicates across the entities, whether it's individual or corporate. This step alone saves months of laborious work, data plumbing work, and the CTO loves it. We are now ready for a high-value graph AI intelligence, which is self-learning. And at a glance, we can see here all the company vitals. You can see the ownership structure of the company. You can see some of the critical contextual multilinguistic news associated with that particular company. And also our own agentic AI listing top-of-the-mind questions and answers. On the right side, you can see some of the critical risk signals and the associated risk score. Looking closer, ContexQ uncover that there is a relatively small audit firm for an $85 million company. That doesn't feel right. It does some forensic investigation. It looks in terms of the relative numbers vis-a-vis the industry benchmarks and the peer companies in terms of cash flow margins, the account payable receivable relationship, and sees that in a stretched situation. Then the platform intelligently further double-clicks and finds that there are different accounting disclosures which are an outlier vis-a-vis the various accounting fraud standards. So at this point in time, the platform is starting to look the canvas a little bit wider. And it goes and sees that there is a subsidiary which is there in Singapore. And of all the hundreds of thousands of transactions that it has, and pardon me, what it does is it looks through the one that is having the singular point of failure or single source of supplier, which is based in Kazakhstan. And this particular supplier, through the multilinguistic channel and 2 hops away, is having the ownership layer in Beijing. Very interesting. And then it starts casting the net even wider. It looks through the other subsidiaries and finds that it has a transaction, it has an address which doesn't really look like a office address. It looks like a more mortal per se. And this particular address is shared by over 50 other companies, and many of them the platform is explicitly calling out is likely a shell indicator. So now, this is the analysis, and all of that, then you can take various actions and you can deploy it to the various teams and then make the remedial actions based on the criticality levels. And if you really think, this is where most banks really stop. But we have pushed it even further. ContexQ unravel the new business opportunities post some of the critical risks are addressed. So just at a click of a button, you see a very different information set. We identify that there is David Ray's 43 million, sitting on a 43 million net wealth, and that is something the private banking would be really interested. Great, done. The message is sent to that person. We identified earlier that there's a singular point of failure vis-a-vis the supply chain of raw materials. So the customer wants to diversify that, and given that it has good receivables, you can provide that route to the commercial team, and a new enhanced $15 million loan can be sanctioned, can be provided. So with just all of that intuitive platform, we have built it together. I'm conscious of the time. There are many other cool features. So for example, if you were to be the head of fraud, this is the continuous scanning that you would do to identify the emerging risk fraud patterns and neutralize them before it starts impacting bank, particularly the thin profile. This is the dashboard vis-a-vis our risk manager portfolio in terms of monitoring their health. And this is the corporate hierarchy that we have built, linking the various external news articles, all of that fused together. And technology-wise, we are cloud-native, hybrid infrastructure, both on premises and open architecture, with advanced granular to the cell-level security, with data encrypted both at rest and in motion. Your data and intelligence is safe with ContexQ. Today, we demonstrated 3 things. New revenue sources previously hidden in your data, mitigated material regulatory risk for banks and also for your customers, and reduced months of IT and business work to minutes with just a click in the button. Thank you very much, and we look forward to have further conversation at the booth. Thank you.